Reparations. Um, been hearing some stuff on the news and people, discussing about reparation. Other nations have received reparations only, except the so-called blacks, so-called African American, so-called Afro American, so-called Negro American have not received any type of reparation. And you're not going to get that. I mean, just, you know, everybody else in the nation, in the world, receive reparation only. But so that's to let you know that the curse that Yahawah Bashim Hawashai put on us is factual and true. And we have to understand that Esau is not going to give us reparation. Now, in the Bible, the good Lord gave us reparation. He gave us reparation out of the hands of the Egyptian Pharaoh, you know, and and Yahushua is going to give us reparation out of this captivity here. So going to I'm gonna make this here quick. Going to Exodus 15:1. Now here's this is one of our reparations that we gotten out of the hands of the Egyptian. When we was, slaves under them, and we were subject to forced labor for hundreds of years, 430 years. So Exodus 15:1, and it said, then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider had he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him an habitation, my Father God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh chariots and his host has he cast into the sea. He has his chosen captain also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom of the stone, bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Yahawah, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Yahawah, has dashed in pieces thy enemy, and in the greatness of thy excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sent forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostril, the water were gathered together. The flood stood upright as a heap, and the depth was congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou did blow with thy wind the sea. Let me read it again, verse 10. Thou did blow with thy wind. The sea covered them, they sank as lead in the mighty water. Who is like unto thee, O Yahawah, among the gods? Who is like thee? Glorious in holiness, fearful in praise, doing wonder. Verse 12, thou stretches out thy right hand, and the earth swallow them. So there was our reparation right there. You know, being free is worth more than having all the money in the world. So through the power of Yahawah Bashim Hashah, he saved the Israelites out of the hands of the Egyptian by carrying the Israelite across dry ground between a large heap of water. Ain't no telling how high that water was, and walked across the Red Sea. And did nobody get injured? Did nobody drown from that was of Israel? And when our enemy, the Egyptian, came to get us, to destroy us, to divide us, to put us back in slavery, our Lord Yahawah Bashim Havashai had came and destroyed our enemy. That's our reparation right there. That is going to be our money, our payback. You don't want to have to receive money from this man and then he'll find some way to tax the hell out of you, which he will. He'll find some way to set you up to get sued, which he will. He sit back and plan things. He knows us like the back of his hand. He know that if they give a reparation, they're gonna go up on everything, so that you won't be able to have fun with your money, to do what you want to do. He'll find some sneaky way to help you spend that money. Try to set you up and throw poor and needy family of other nations to get you all soft-hearted to give your money away that they gave to you. So don't be concerned about trying to get Esau reparation. Forget that your reparation is being redeemed out of here, and letting the good Lord take vengeance on the people that did you wrong. So but we gotta understand that we're gonna have future reparations. Like I said, it's not anything dealing with money. It's gonna be way different, and it's gonna be way better than how he saved us out of the land of Egypt. Future reparation. He's going to redeem us again because of the 400 plus years of slavery. He destroyed our family, raped our men and women and children, killed our men and women and children, destroyed our towns that we built. For example, Rosewood, in Florida, Rosewood, Florida, Tulsa, Oklahoma, aka Black Wall Street. Had war. Had a little battle in Elaine, Arkansas. Destroyed those towns. And towns that was mainly in the South. Esau Edom labeled a lot of towns that had so-called black men or black family in those particular towns. They called them sundown towns, meaning that you couldn't be in town before sunset, or you had to be in home before sunset. See, these are the ridiculous, crazy, evil rules that they put on us, and we need reparation from them. We need reparation to be free, not to get money from this man, to be free from this man. Says here, like the sundown town, You had to, and then on another thing, Esau have his foot on our neck. We got to go to him for all things in order to survive. Deuteronomy 28:48. You know, and that's from clothes to food, shelter, you know, water, you know, because we don't own, like I said, for clothing, we don't own big uh, clothing textiles. We get the fabrics and stuff from them or from other heathen nations. We don't own none of that. We don't own large water reservoir where we can make clean water and pump it in our cities. If we did, that town in Michigan, that's living, that have bad water in their town still today. They still drinking, bottled water and stuff like that. They still haven't fixed their pipes there. A town in Michigan, I can't remember where at, but it was on the news some time ago. For as major grocery stores and stuff like that, we don't have that. So we got to go to Esau and the rest of the heathen nation for everything that we want. There was a time where we didn't have to rely on nobody but ourselves. So, Esau, Edom, and heathen nations set all this stuff up. They had a craftily counseling, as it states in Psalms 83:1. They set that up so that we can be destroyed. And they did a real good job at it. So their future reparation is going to be this right here. Let's go to Revelation 11:11. This is what we waiting on. See, right now, we fishing. Jeremiah 16:16. We fishing for the hopeful elect. And then, when Yahawah shall come, we waiting for this reparation, which is to be beamed up out of here, to be on those chariots, to be in the kingdom with King David and Yahawah, to rule in our homeland, Jerusalem, and to rule the whole earth, and to enslave our enemy that enslave us. That's our reparations right there. So Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahawah entered into them, and they stood up on their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Us waking up, this particular verse here goes back to Ezekiel 37, talking about the dry bones. When the dry bones started to shake, when Ezekiel was speaking the word, and the information was going into these dead bodies that you see at your job, these dead bodies that you see out in the streets, these dead bodies that you see on social media. And what I mean by dead body, these people, they don't know who they are. They are Gentiles, Gentiles of the Israelites. They don't even know that they're Israelite, So, I'm talking about those people there. And then when they hear the word, they get understanding. They realize that they are the children of Israel, and they are come out of a 2/3 state of mind, which is the Israelite Gentile, and either and come to be, if good Lord pick this particular person to be part of the elect. So going back to 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahawah entered into them, and they stood on their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So when we was in a dead state, 2/3 state of mind, we heard the word, we woke up, and we found out that we are the Israelites. Great fear fell on the other nations because they know who we are, and they are happy to keep us in sin. But when we wake up, they know they're in trouble. It was one video the other day, it might have been 2 days ago, whatever. I was trying to think of this verse, and this verse is Judah 5:11, if I'm not mistaken. And they know that, if the heathen nation keep and Esau keep us in sin, that they will rule over us. But when we wake up, find out who we are, and follow Yahawah Bashim Yahushua laws and commandments, we will be in our rightful place, our rightful spot, as it states in Deuteronomy 76. We'll be uh, 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 rulers over all the, we'll be over the rest of the nation. We'll be over all the nation, and they don't want that. So let me go back. I want to go off too far. Verse 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemy beheld them. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to Yahawah heaven. So going back to 12, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying, come up hither. That's Yahawah said, come up hither. And they ascended, his elect, they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, which is a chariot, and their enemy, the 2/3, the heathen nation in Esau, beheld them. While the elect was going up into those chariots, the enemy, Esau, Edom, the heathen nation, the 2/3, they beheld. They looked up at them while they were leaving the earth, going into the chariot. That's reparation. That's what we looking for right there. That's our reparation right there. Forget this money that this man got. Forget his trips. Forget whatever he got for us that's going to make us feel good, give us better jobs, better positions, give us cars, houses, whatever. This is not going to equal to being beamed up on those chariots, because you know that you made it. You know that you are Yahawah Bashim Yahushua elect, and you're going to be in the kingdom and living with Yahawah right long with King David. And King David going to be the king over Jerusalem, over the Israelite, but Yahawah is going to be the head king, the supreme king over King David and the Israelite. And it was given to Yahawah through his father Yahawah, for him dying on the cross for the children of Israel, so that we can be redeemed back to the Father Yahawah. He was given the keys of death and life, and Yahawah is the second in command under Yahawah. Yahawah is the second command under Yahawah. So we're going to get those reparations. Long we continue in the faith of Yahawah Bashim Yahushua, keep pushing this word, and pray and pray for understanding. Pray for your brothers that are in the truth, and to you women, you got men that are in the truth, pushing lessons out on the highway and byway, studying every day, listen to the videos every day. You need to be submissive to those men. You need to stay with those men, and that's your job as a woman, because you are he's the head over you, and the society don't teach you to follow man, But you have to come out of this world. And what I mean by coming out of the world, you got to come out of the ways of this world, the thinking of the world. You can't be no feminist. You can't. To you men, you can't be Mr. Tough Guy and this and that. You got to be humble in this truth. Now, I ain't saying that you need to let anybody, like Will Smith and Chris Rock, let somebody just come up and slap the mess out of you. No, you still got to defend yourself. But the deal is, you as a man, you be humble, stern, and do the work. You women, you be soft and gentle and listen to your men. Be submissive to your man. Not argumentative, jumping in his face and stuff like that. Because he can dismiss you if it get too bad. Because we know that the power is in your hand because Esau have given it to you. And it's hard to let go of that power because you want to be most, I won't say most, but there's a lot of women, they want to compete and compare to a man. And it's not possible. It's not. Men stay in your lane, women stay in your lane. But with society, they want to do complete opposite. Well, I'm going to end it right there. Like I said, reparations, we're going to, as long as we stay in the truth, we're going to get it. As long as we stay faithful in this truth, we're going to get it. So I'm going to end it right there. Yahawah, this was edifying. I'll see you on the next lesson. Shalom.